A remote Italian convent in the 1950s, where everything looks good, lies the darkest sin behind the holy walls. Sister Mary, trying to escape the convent under the cover of night, she sneaked into the superior's bedroom, stealing a ring of keys, her ticket to freedom from the ominous confines of the convent. But as she approached the locked gates, she was ambushed by 4 hooded figures. They captured her, broke her leg, and knocked her unconscious. When Mary awoke, she found herself in the ultimate nightmare, buried alive in a coffin, with the chilling realization that she would never see the light of day again. Who are these hooded figures? And why is Mary being silenced forever? Meet Sister Cecilia, a young novice who turned to Christianity after a miraculous experience. As a child, she survived a drowning in a frozen lake and was declared dead for 7 minutes, convinced that God had saved her for a divine purpose. Driven by her faith, Cecilia accepts an invitation from Father Sal Tedeschi to join a convent in Italy, where she is to tend to dying nuns. With unwavering devotion, she takes her final vows and becomes a nun. But what Cecilia didn't realize was that her journey to faith would lead her down a path she never expected. As Cecilia settles into convent life, she befriends Sister Gwen and notices peculiar occurrences in the convent. Strange encounters left her terrified. An elder nun bears cross-shaped scars on her feet, and the convent's chapel houses a relic of the holy nail that crucified Jesus. Her nights are haunted by dreams of hooded figures and the shock of discovering that she's pregnant when she never had sex with any boy. This left her questioning, how is this possible? 'Cause she's still a virgin. As the convent's inhabitants begin to see her as the next Virgin Mary, the air thickens with tension. Why is Cecilia being revered as a divine blessing, and what secrets lie within these sacred walls? Sister Isabel's envy of Cecilia knows no bounds, driving her to a desperate act. In a moment of jealousy, Isabel tries to drown Cecilia, only to spiral into her own tragic end. Cecilia's health takes a turn for the worse, and when she pleads for medical help, Father Tedeschi dismisses her concerns. Doubt creeps in, and Gwen publicly challenges the convent's superiors, only to be whisked away by Tedeschi and Deacon Enzo. Is the convent a sanctuary of faith, or a sinister trap with dark intentions? Haunted by visions and seeking answers, Cecilia notices the inscription 2 Corinthians 11:14 behind the Virgin Mary picture in her room, which leads to an ominous phrase in the Bible. Cecilia reads her file and is shocked to find information about her childhood accident. Hearing a woman screaming, which is echoing through the halls, Cecilia uncovers a horrifying scene. A hooded figure cutting out Gwen's tongue, silencing her forever. In a chilling encounter with an elder nun, Cecilia's pleas for escape are met with stern chastisement. Her heart pounds with fear and determination. As Cecilia faces unspeakable horrors, she realizes her life and faith are in grave danger. Cecilia fakes a miscarriage to be taken to the hospital, but the deception is exposed. She tries to run away, but she gets caught or tied up again in the convent. The heart of darkness is revealed when Father Tedeschi unveils his sinister plan. A former geneticist turned priest, Tedeschi has been using DNA from the Holy Nail to impregnate nuns in the hopes of ushering in a new messiah. But each attempt has ended in failure, with malformed fetuses as grim reminders of his twisted ambitions. Now, Cecilia is his latest experiment, and he marks her with a branding. A cross burned into her foot, the same symbol seen on other nuns. Will Cecilia find a way to break free from this terrifying fate, or will she become another victim of Tedeschi's unholy quest? Determined to escape the nightmare, Cecilia devises a plan. In a moment of desperation, she beats Mother Superior to death with a crucifix. As her water breaks, the urgency to escape becomes overwhelming. In a battle for her life, Cecilia narrowly escapes by igniting the ethanol, with a lighter setting Tedeschi's lab ablaze with fire. Tedeschi manages to break out of the laboratory after extinguishing the flames and continues his pursuit against Cecilia, forcing her to flee into the catacombs under the convent, where she finds Gwen's mutilated corpse and a glimmer of hope. Tedeschi finds her just as she is about to escape, and a struggle ensues. Tedeschi tries to cut Cecilia's stomach open, but she stabs him in the throat with the holy nail relic, which she had previously stolen from the chapel. Escaping the catacombs, Cecilia, fully covered in blood and in heavy pain, agonizingly gives birth to the baby and bites through the umbilical cord herself. She is horrified by the sight of the baby, which is heard making strange. Cecilia stumbles away to grab and lift a nearby rock, which she uses to crush it to death. If you found this story captivating, don't forget to subscribe our channel Hollywood Gems for more thrilling tales.